turning pages, night turning days. I'm tired of waiting. I gotta make it.
What's up, y'all? This Relly back with another video, man. We got CHB here, man. It's been a while since we did a podcast.
A long time.
A
Too long.
Yeah, very long time, man. Is there anything you want to promote before we get into it?
Nah, we're all good. Just show everyone your finger max. This is what we've been talking about this whole time. This is why this is the little thing that's been stopping us from doing the podcast.
Yeah, that and whole bunch of prescribed drugs would do it to you.
Yeah, my surgery as well, man. We got the bad end of the stick recently. We just didn't do too well.
God, tell me about it, man. First I get hurt, then Cleveland get to struggling, then my adapter goes out on me. Like, I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, can we catch a break?
Yeah, we caught it off them, I reckon. As soon as they started getting hurt, we got hurt. Every Cavalier fan out there's got like a broken back, broken thumb or something.
Everybody day to day, week to week. Everybody.
For sure.
So, and speaking of injuries, man, like how you feeling about it, man? Because Cleveland, like we suffered. Well, we did get Jared Allen back, but he's probably get the surgery now. Now that we're in the off season, Karis LeVert, it's been rumored that he was having some lingering injuries. Colin Sexton was hurt. Dean Wade was hurt. So we
Ricky
had
Rubio as well.
Rubio. So we've had a lot. Oh, also Darius Garland was battling through that back and stuff. So it's like, man, like what you thinking about it? Like, what do you think the expectations is?
Well,
season.
Even though Kobe Altman has had like one of the best, I think, seasons the Cavaliers GM has had to date, it's no doubt in my mind that one of his only flaws that he's shown, I think, especially recently, was every single player this guy manages to pick up, they always have some sort of like injury past. Like when he drafted Darius Garland, Garland only played 5 games in college, had like a bummed ankle, consistent ankle injuries. I think it was. Oh no, he got his knee done too, didn't he? Something like that. Something big. But you look at Karis LeVert, man. Karis LeVert, he's had a lot of things in Indiana too. He didn't play much for them. When he first got traded there. Ricky Rubio has had an ACL previously, has also had a couple other injuries. He just always seems to find these injury-prone players, and it really sucks because they're all talented. They're just something's always happening, you know?
Yeah.
So it's very difficult.
I think that's what's kind of unfortunate for us, man, because even Laurie marketing too, like our whole team at some point had was out because of either something related to the COVID protocol or injuries. So we've been battling through it from literally game 1 of this season. I think Kobe Altman this offseason, he's gonna be like, even though, like I said, and we say it all the time, like it's kind of hard to predict, like when it comes to injuries too. Now it is some players that's a little bit more likely to get or a little bit more prone to getting injuries, like Karis LeVert. But I don't really think it's nothing Kobe Altman could do. Like we just got really unlucky. Now I'm not using that as the reason why Cleveland struggled for the second half of the season, but it did play a part because even on that subject, on that second half of the season, I do think our cast were terrible. Like we played, like I've never seen such bad basketball that consistently until that second half of the season from our cast, because it was times like we was pretty, like our cast team is pretty good defensively, yet defensively in the second half we was terrible. Even in those 2 playing games was terrible. Like even if you want to give the Brooklyn Nets one excuse because, you know, Kyrie and Kevin Durant, you know, that's understandable. But the Atlanta Hawks one, that second half of that game, we lost because of our defense. Like I stand by that. Like the fact that the Atlanta Hawks can have Trae Young with only 6 points in the first half and realize, you know what, let's run some pick and roll so we can get Laurie Markkinen or Jared Allen on that switch so he can kill him, and you make no adjustments to that. That is terrible. And then
Yeah.
even when Karis LeVert would guard Trey Young still wasn't phased by it. Like he just kept attacking him
Mm.
as if he was like a 5'11" guard, man. So
Caris LeVert's defense dropped off like dramatically when he got to Cleveland. I don't know what I didn't realize Caris LeVert was his wingspan was that long. Like I watch him in Indiana and stuff like that, and I thought he just had maybe a slightly above average wingspan. No, this dude's wingspan is really long, and he as a pacer was pretty decent defensively, but as a Cavalier, man, I don't know what
yeah,
happened there. But it was mainly Markkinen was the big one. As soon as Markkinen had to step away from the perimeter and guard Trey Young when Trey Young drove to the interior, and even during the second half of the year when he had to play power forward minutes, he just got killed, man. He has no interior defense whatsoever. He's too slow. He can't do it. And that's why in the off season, I think one of the biggest things you have to address is finding a backup center that can, defend the interior. Because once Allen went down, you had Kevin Love and Markkinen as the center and power forward at certain times when Mobley was on the bench, and that was disgusting to watch. It was so bad.
so question for you: do you think since we got Moses Brown, do you think Moses Brown could be that, or do you think we should get another center in addition to Moses?
Um, Another center because they're not going to play Moses Brown a whole lot. They don't. I mean, if they wanted Moses Brown to be on the team consistently, they would have played him against the Hawks, right? Like
Yeah,
he would have gotten minutes against the Hawks, especially when our interior was getting flooded.
yeah.
But they just didn't. Again, he's too slow. Like Moses Brown is too slow. The perfect type of guy would be like a JaVale McGee type guy, obviously, but I find to be too old, and I think he'll probably stay in Phoenix. Like I think JaVale's at that point now where he just probably not too much of a point moving around, right? I don't
Yeah.
think he would do that. But man, like to have another 7 foot dude that can guard the interior off the bench would be the ideal situation. I don't know who that would be though. I don't know. Do you have any ideas who we could?
I mean, personally, I don't have any idea. Whoever we
Mm,
find is probably going to be somebody who's, if you want to be technical, it's probably somebody who's like kind of scrapping a way to get back on a contending team. So it's probably going to be one of those centers at this point that's like, to a point, is they underrated
mm,
almost, where they got something to prove, like they gritty, which I think Cavs
mm.
could, like they could use a player like that that's gritty. But those names, like it's probably, like I said, it's gonna be one of those names I would have never thought of at that point. That we probably do need because, like you said, JaVale players like JaVale McGee are like so high sought after. Like
Yeah,
those, like they only go to like literally championship teams. Like after JaVale got traded, he literally went to the next best contender. So he was alternated from Golden State and the Lakers. Like if you see his actual, like him going Lakers, then
Denver
Phoenix,
was even there as well.
Denver. Yeah, so it's like those type of centers. I think they're in such high demand because of how hard they are to find those type of players, and they're cheap too. So they're cheap
Mm,
and high demand. So it's like, yeah, we probably gonna have to do some scouting.
yeah, for
Cleveland
sure.
definitely. I think we definitely got our work cut out for us because I agree with you. I still think Moses Brown can be that though. But I think you do bring up a good point. If we're not going to pick Moses Brown on the floor, because as soon as Mobley came back, and I had a feeling that was going to happen. As soon as Mobley came back, we cut off Moses Brown.
Yeah,
And the game I really thought we was going to use him was Brooklyn. Like, because I told everybody if we pit, we need to pit Moses. We have to use our size. Unfortunately, I don't think JB believed in that, which is another question I'm gonna have to ask you too about his rotation. Do you think, is this something that we just I'm not personally saying, but
mm,
I do think it is times I think Moses Brown could really be it, but it's just a matter of do we trust in his development?
yeah.
Because I think his potential is better than Taco Fall because he's already showed that
Oh, yeah, way better.
he's proven that he's willing to learn and he got a little bit more skilled than Taco. But do we have the timetable for Moses Brown? And I think that is something I think you're alluding to when you look for that.
Yeah, well, I have no problem with giving Moses Brown a two-way contract, but there's no way he
Yeah.
deserves a roster spot.
That's Atlantis with that money.